A shave with a ZaZa Razor Blade coming up next. All right, there it is. Wow, wow. Boom, leather, check that out. Wow, that's a lot there. My gosh. Phoenix Shaving CK6. That's amazing. Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's MargaretGeorgeTune.com. I'm back in our video. We're going to have a shave with a ZaZa Razor Blade. It came up in the Monday morning mailbag discussion. My thanks to Mike H. for mentioning it. He said that, it really wasn't his favorite. And I know of one other viewer, Jamie Horn. Jamie, correct me if I'm wrong, but he felt that they were kind of tuggy and they weren't that great. Well, I had a couple of shaves with a ZaZa blade in mild razors, and boy, I thought I got a fantastic shave. So we're going to go ahead and have another shave, another shave with the ZaZa Razor Blade in an R89 razor. And wow, look at that lather. My gosh, we're using from Phoenix Shaving, Son of Honeysuckle. Yeah, I mean, it's still the summer months, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful scent. Yeah, if you've got this one, have a shave of it. Have a shave with it to close out the summer months. Absolutely wonderful. Here is my R89 razor. Now, this is the Diffusion 36 series handle that is from Edwin Jagger. And Mark Bagwell very kindly sent the R89 razor head to the channel saying, you got to have an R89 razor head with that Diffusion 36 handle. So thanks, a big, big thank you to our late great friend, Mark Bagwell. Well, here it is right here, the ZaZa Razor Blades. Here they are, the ZaZa Razor Blades. And I've already got one right here that I removed from the pack. And these are single wrapped. I've described these as a good middle of the road, very affordable razor blade. About $7 for 100 of them. There it is right there. Okay, ZaZa right there. And we're going to go ahead and put that right there in the cap. Here's the base plate right here. Okay, and here is the handle. And we're ready to go. We've used the Cube 2.0 for our pre-shave wash and pre-shave lather. Got a great lather with the Son of Honeysuckle. Great scent. And here we are. We're all loaded up, ready to go with the ZaZa Razor Blade. Now again, your mileage may vary, but I found these to be a very good razor blade in a mild razor. That's the point. I'm using it in a mild razor. And I think somehow that maybe takes off the hard edge of the blade, so to speak. Like I say, Jamie said there was a little tuggy, pulled a little bit. Well, maybe a milder razor helps to tame that a little bit. At least that's my thinking. All right, we're heating it up under some hot water. All right, here we go. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. Not bad. I'm getting some blade feel there, and it doesn't feel as smooth as the first two shaves I had with other new ZaZa blades. So maybe there's something with the consistency from blade to blade. Just a guess. Not bad. Pretty darn good. Not bad, well, pretty darn good. As I say, a good, middle-of-the-road, affordable razor blade. I only have 1 day's worth of beard growth, and I think it's making quick work of this. Not again, not bad. All right, first pass done. Let's rinse. Not a bad shave. I'm not quite in socially acceptable shave territory, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I'm getting there. 1 day's worth of beard growth. I'm feeling some stubble here. I'm feeling some stubble here. You know what? Sharper blades would have taken care of a little more of that beard growth there. But again, these are $6, $7 for 100 of them. And it's not a bad blade in a mild razor. It's not tugging, it's not pulling, it's not harsh, although it probably has a little more edge than some other blades. I would say higher quality, sharper, smoother blades. Those feel a little more smooth. They don't seem to have that little bit of an edge that this blade has. But again, it's not bad from the standpoint of, I think it's agreeable given the price. And I think maybe there is something, it has something to do with the consistency of manufacture, maybe blade to blade, because this one, honestly, is not quite as good as the previous two. Those were pretty good. First one I used was in this razor right here. The second one was in a clone of the Vikings Blade Godfather razor. So that's also a very, very mild razor. That was good too. And this one, I don't think it's as good as the first two, but it's okay. It's passable. Okay, we're going to go with pass number 2. We're going to go east to west across the grain. Again, it's not tugging, it's not pulling. It's the second pass feels a little more comfortable. That's nice. Now there, look at the residual stiffness I'm getting there, and I'm just moving this blade over there, and it's really doing a nice job, and it's not catching me anywhere. Second pass is usually my money pass. I'll know whether or not this shave is done or if I need a little touch up, or a third pass, that sort of thing. The R89 razor is usually a 3-pass razor for me. But with 2 passes, I usually get a darn fine shave, upper darn fine shave, approaching BBS, but not quite there. All right, second pass done. Let's rinse. Hey, this shave is done. This is good. I'm in upper darn fine shave territory. I'm going to call it a shave. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. We're going to do our final rinse routine. Warm water rinse, cold water rinse, because I am doing a warm water shave. And then I'll see you on the other side for the alum block, so hang in there with me. Very, very refreshing. Wow, that was wonderful. Clean, fresh towel waiting for me right here. Nice shave. Very, very nice shave. By the way, the ZaZa blades were courtesy of viewer William Meredith. William, thank you very, very much. I was using the Van Ulay honeycomb bowl that came from Alex Lopez. Alex, thanks very, very much. And I also used the Zenith boar shaving brush with the butterscotch handle. Thanks, Mom. This came courtesy of your Matt Panter back. Thank you very, very much. Wow. This was a good shave. Let's go ahead and get the alum block right here. And let's run this under some cold water and see what kind of feedback we get. That was a good shave. That was a good close shave. I'm very surprised. I think the second pass was a little better than the first pass. But no tugging or pulling on either of those passes. I got a nice, good, basic shave. All right, here we go. Smooth as ice. No stinging, no zinging. And I attribute that to the R89 razor head because that is a mild, mild razor. I mean, you'll be hard-pressed. If you have one, you'll be hard-pressed to nick yourself with that razor head. It's with that razor. It's really a terrific, terrific razor. Nice and mild, just very agreeable. Definitely a favorite in the shave den. All right, there's the dry dock. There's the Phoenix Shaving Alum block. Gonna go in there like that. Let me show you the lather. I don't think I splashed in the lathering bowl here. My gosh, CK6 whipped up so much. I mean, oh, and this brush, this Zenith Boar brush. That's what I wanted to say. Zenith Boar brush just whipped up a fantastic lather, and it was so wonderfully soft on the face. It really is breaking in very, very well. I've got enough there for a head shave. I might put it aside for a head shave because yesterday I did or 2 days ago, I think it was. Yeah, 2 days ago. I did a head shave with the ZaZa Razor Blade second use in that clone of the Vikings Blade Godfather razor, and it did a great job, and I didn't nick myself at all. So you know, it's not a bad razor blade at all. Let me just get some aftershave splash here, and we'll talk about it a little more. All right. Oh yeah, Son of Honeysuckle. Boy, this is a good one. My gosh, if you've got this, use this before summer ends. Man, is this a good one. All right, Jimmy V method. We're going to let that alcohol evaporate a little bit. Slap on nothing but the good stuff. All right, here we go. Oh, that's a marvelous scent. Yeah, you know what? Great shave. I was going to say good shave, but I would categorize that as a great shave, given the price of the blade, number of blades you get, and the fact that I think it worked. They work so well. This blade works so well in a mild razor. Now, this is my fourth shave with a ZaZa razor blade. I have had 3 shaves with new blades, and I had a second use of the ZaZa blade for a head shave, and in each instance, I got a nice result. No nicks, no cuts, no irritation. No pulling, no tugging at all. Now, I do feel a little bit, I'm feeling a little bit here, and I think perhaps that could have warranted maybe a third pass. This might retract a little bit, though, as it throws off that excess moisture. But I would say I'm in darn fine shave territory, upper darn fine shave territory, not BBS. Had I done a third pass, I think I would be in BBS territory. And I did do 3 passes with one of these razors. I can't remember which one. And yeah, I got a nice result. I did get into BBS territory. So I think the blades are really, really good, given the price, given the fact that I guess you could say it's a good middle-of-the-road razor blade with good utility. It has some nice comfort. It has good, average to good smoothness. And I think the key to these blades really giving you a good shave is to use them in a very mild razor. That's the key. I think if you use these in a medium aggressive razor or anything higher, That's where I think you might run into some problems, because I don't think the blade has the smoothness or comfort for a more aggressive razor. That's my thinking. So if you have a really nice mild razor like an R89 or a Vikings Blade Godfather, something along those lines, you know what? Get some ZaZa blades, pop it in one of those razors, and let me know the kind of shave that you get with the ZaZa Razor Blade. Again, your mileage may vary, and my thanks go out to Mike H. for very kindly mentioning these blades on the Monday Morning Mailbag and starting the whole discussion on them. So that's it right there, the ZaZa Razor Blade. We'll have a link below where you can get them on Amazon. $6.99 for 100 of them. I mean, you might as well try them. I mean, it's not a lot of money. You can't go wrong. And, you know, if you don't like them, set them aside for a while, come back to them, because that's what I did. It's been more than a year, and I came back to these after about a year because I wasn't reaching for them. And I thought, wow, in a mild razor, it gave me a nice shave. I enjoyed it. And you can't beat the price. And you know what? This is starting to retract here. So I think this might be a late BBS shave. Upper darn fine shave, maybe approaching BBS. We'll see. But it was a nice, smooth, comfortable shave. Again, a good an average to good razor blade, kind of middle of the road, very affordable, will give you some really, really good shaves in a mild razor. That's my thinking. All right, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZerady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you again real soon.